It's not as bad because you have the Spirit Breaker, but it's still a purge. It's still a buzz kill. He's still going to stop you from diving and killing.
They aren't going to be able to get the kill, though, on Saberlight. Era apparently just didn't have charge to be able to interrupt that aggression from the Lifestealer or something. 41-11, though. Jesus, this Lifestealer is killing it.
Yeah. Oh, Saberlight.
And killing it, he really is. He might be able to get the kill on a Saberlight. Always Want to Fly is also in danger, but they will manage to kill the core. Oh, now he disarms up the Spirit Breaker. The Spirit Breaker, nicely played by V-Tune. He gets in front of Era and just plants his body in place, saving his support. What a homie.
Gonna walk up and take it. He was rotating back to the mid lane.
That's true. 3-0, 3,000 net worth lead for Flight of Moon. I always want to call them Hellraisers because of Roger. Roger, who is going to give away the first death. First kill of the game for Ninjas in Pajamas as the 10-minute bounty rune is coming up, and apparently neither one of them are going to try and fight over it. A little odd, a little curious. Saberlight. Full on Fortune's End. The Lifestealer's going to catch up to him here. He tries to vacuum away and TP out. It's going to be a close call, but he is stopped by Iceberg with the Avalanche, who now looks at...
If you wait 2 to 5 minutes and you try to fight into this NIP lineup, it gets much harder. Like, the heroes are just kind of... Oh.
V-Tune does come in. Wraps behind the tier 1 tower and puts a little pressure on that Invoker. There's that dust we were talking about, and he is going to be able to get the Fortune's End, but a beautiful wall combo there with the Meteor that came in. Looks like Iceberg did manage to get on top of the Invoker. He just has a sliver of HP, but he's going to be able to survive for now. Always Want to Fly, trying to step away. The Sunstrike not going to land. He goes up the hill. Era still going to keep up on the charge, though, and thanks to the Ion Shell, he does manage to burn out that support. Support's dying all over the place, but the Chorus is still standing strong, except for Charlie, who gets a bit low to the tiny combination. V-Tune wasn't able to stick on him, though, as he daggers his way through the trees, through to safety. Roger, bit out of position here, I think, and that's just going to be a combo that brings him down 100-0. V-Tune, he'll stay on this front line. The problem is his damage isn't quite threatening anybody from Ninjas in Pajamas. They keep on kiting around him, and now with another wall combo out, they're going to be able to finally force Flight of Moon away from their tier 1 tower.
Okay, they're going to go for a smoke. They're going to try to go at this a different angle.
So, nice combo here with the Fortune's End. Just that extra bit of damage to make sure that Supreme does die to the combination coming out from the Tiny with that Invoker dead.
You're all weak.
I'm really teeing you up for some good hits here.
Yeah. All right, there's so much pressure.
Yeah, just charge through everybody, and they're going to go straight for the Oracle. Look at him. He just dies instantly as Charlie on the Spectre popped that ultimate, and with the help of Era, they were able to just double team and kill the Oracle. He immediately buys back, though, seeing a lot of his allies needing some assistance here. TP's back in, and Ninjas in Pajamas are going to try and retreat here. The arrows are going to catch the Spirit Breaker. Doesn't look like he lined it up correctly.
That's a hard arrow to hit.
Yeah.
If this Lifestealer going for an early game build, that they're keeping pressure on the absolute hardest place to, pressure into on the map, typically. The easiest place for the enemy team to farm. Iceberg?
An Infest combo, right as he TP's in, Saberlight is immediately threatened, but it's not quite enough to get him killed, and if anything, this is going to go awfully terrible for Flight of Moon, who's stuck underneath the Ice Path. Fortunately, a good stomp came in for the Elder Titan, slowing down a lot of damage. Saberlight still died, and Charlie is still going for Always Want to Fly first. The Sunstrike on point. That's going to be the kill for Supreme. Era charging them underneath this tier 2 tower area. They're feeling like they could still take the fight, but maybe he'd be wrong. Iceberg with another combo brings down another hero. He just keeps on going in and out. Ninjas in Pajamas maybe not respecting that enough.
I think one thing that's easy to disrespect is how good Spectre actually is in the early game. Like with this Drums stats build, like Drums Yasha, man, she's legitimately doing good damage.
Yeah.
As a hero that's not really supposed to do that. That's just new Spectre. The Radiance build is pretty much dead because this is just so much better. You can actually fight, and then you have this ridiculous carry in the late game. Like he's showing up every fight.
A living oxymoron where he's got to be like far enough away he's not targeted, but not far enough away that he's taking desolate damage.
Exactly.
Roger pulled into a nasty, nasty place to be.
It's just this is a relatively meaningless tier 1. Although it does give access into the triangle, which I think in this game is pretty important, because you probably lose the late game if you're Fly to Moon.
Arrow. Ooh, almost caught Misha there. Iceberg, though, found an opening onto Era, and V-Tune, he's just going to push forward, trying to grab Ninja the Pajamas and force a reaction out of him. And that reaction is going to be a wall that's laid out behind the Tier 1 tower, so Fly to Moon are kind of free. They're not really scared of Ninja's Pajamas any longer with those spells on cooldown, and they'll even catch an extra hero, Iceberg. He's doing a really good job of continually finding these heroes.
Iceberg is not having any of that. Oh, he sees Roger. There's no way it's just Roger there.
Yeah.
Elder Titans don't just walk into vision casually.
And V-Tune, same thing, same as Iceberg. He is always there on the front lines. They do manage to get that vacuum back in, but they're falling so rapidly here as V-Tune is just chewing through everybody here. The Earth Splitter pulling Charlie back in, doing a decent amount of damage, but now with the rage gone, maybe they can burn out V-Tune. Maybe they can actually bring him down underneath this ice wall. Iceberg coming in, intercepts, goes for Charlie, and can he get the kill? He does. Always want to fly, gets him with the Purifying Flames to seal him off, trying to save this Tiny, but no, the pure damage comes in for the Sunstrike. Still though, a nice stop there from Roger, leaving Misha all alone, allowing V-Tune to close that gap on a Supreme Deafening Blast, pushing back the heroes, but he still dies as they stick onto him. Era will manage to charge all the way through everybody, sneaking into the enemy space and kind of like grabbing what you can. Oh, give me this, give me that, and then you slink away into the night.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like you're like a Skyrim thief, though, where you're not really that stealthy. It's not too subtle.
Halt, thief! Got him with the Ice Path Macro Pyre. Iceberg is going to be bailed out by the Oracle, though. Speaking of that Oracle, look where Charlie goes. He haunts, immediately tries to jump him, but he got caught by his stun and had to jump to a different illusion, and now he's got to dagger his way back into the base, though. Still, really good job by Ninja the Pajamas to be able to pull out here, not lose any of their cores. Still, oh, that Sunstrike Supreme!
Nice.
Got him again.
It would look stupid what they're doing, but they have to do this. They're up against a brick wall, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing all of that without ever thinking about Roshan. They were like, no, we go for hero kills right now. They're finally going to pull back and try and do Rosh. Something that Ninja the Pajamas may try and poke at here, but this is also potential for Iceberg to be able to jump out and just get free kills if they're not careful. They're going to jump forward right as Roshan's about to die, but fortunately, Lifestealer is a reaction to that tornado. Now the jump forward with an avalanche. Misha's going to be slowed down and probably killed here as the clumsy net ensures his fate.
That's a kind of re-emerging hero, this ET hero. Good to know that.
Arrow going out actually does nail Saberlight here. They see the opportunity for an Earth Splitter to finish him off. He's going to buy back now underneath the Macro Pyre. They're going to try and make sure the Fly to Moon doesn't actually get away. That's going to be V-Tune losing his Aegis. Can they continue the fight around this? Nice stomp. Leads into an arrow onto the support. Era going to be in a bit of trouble here. Can he get the charge away? He's going to pop his ultimate onto V-Tune. V-Tune is going to be able to quickly shake that off and run away before his rage runs out and he can be kited again.
Status resistance absolutely paying dividends in that fight. Otherwise, that Spirit Breaker stuns him into the Sunstrike, and maybe he dies. And I think if he dies here, you can turn this.
Yeah, it's kind of an insane item for a multitude of reasons. Pull back, vacuum into the Ice Path, but they actually missed that one. And Iceberg off of that stomp is going to go for the kill on a Saberlight. That would be a dieback, and the Infest pop out does manage to finish him. 70 seconds, no fifth member for Ninjas the Pajamas. They're going to have to hold without him here in a 4 versus 5. Charlie taking a lot of damage right now. V-Tune backs it up as his rage was about to expire. He's doing a good job of making sure he doesn't overextend himself and keeps playing entirely around that magic immunity option that he has.
And Clumsy Net is so nice on Lifestealer too. I'm just seeing him use it in these fights, and while he's raged, and there's just no negative effect to it. It doesn't net him. He's got magic immunity.
Yule Scepter Arrow does force Charlie to use the Manta. He didn't want to be stunned up right next to a Lifestealer like that. Once again, rage about to wear out, V-Tune backs off. And as soon as it's about to come up, he goes back into the base and continues his assault. This is just a merciless and well-crafted siege right now by Fly to Moon. Can Ninja the Pajamas find a hole anywhere in this, though? V-Tune takes a little bit too much physical damage here and does infest to get the full heal up. He's not going to pop out just yet. Look at Era, though. He's positioning himself to find the entrance into the side to push V-Tune into the base to be able to get the Ice Path Deafening Blast with the meatball on top. Iceberg, though, he sees his opportunity and lays Supreme down into his grave. Charlie caught with the Yule Scepter, arrow combination, Flight of Moon in their attempt to push it. Oh, what a vacuum into the Ice Path. What a beautiful wall combination. The Illusions are going ham right now, and Flight of Moon on full retreat. Ninjas of Pajamas on pursuit right now. They have to be able to make Flight of Moon pay for being able to take that melee barracks, and they will. V-Tune goes down. Always Want to Fly is dead as well. That's 4 down. Ninjas of Pajamas, they will be feeling the hurt of losing their melee barracks for the rest of this game.
It depends on what you're against and what hero you're on.
Roshan is up, and this is a very scary point because nobody has buyback. Our Lifestealer did have it, but he chose to buy out. Era is going to make his initiation onto what is one of the perfect heroes that they can actually kill this Marauder to be massive. But General, he pops the Essence Ring and starts leaping away. The Spectre wasn't able to finish the job. It looks like Oracle's able to help him disengage as well. Roger, he may be left behind, but no, actually the double saves from the Oracle and the Infest. But that does leave the backline maybe a little bit exposed. Era tried to get there, though. Got hit by an Era from the Mirana, and now V-Tune, he starts munching on him. Era is able to get away from V-Tune, though. V-Tune having trouble sticking on anybody right now. A Darkseer for an Elder Titan. That's the trade-off so far. Sunstrike coming in. Almost lands on Always Want to Fly.
Would have been very sad if he nuked himself to heal and it just put him below the threshold.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Flight of Moon still holding this base. Feel comfortable about doing Roshan, but into the Pajamas, they've already lost a melee barracks. I don't think they can afford to give up another Aegis Siege.
Yeah, this
Charlie's going to go in. Leading the charge there. Spots the Oracle. They really want to kill him. That's where Era's going to follow that up. They manage to get the charge in, follow up. Charlie gets on top of that Oracle, and they're just dead. Meanwhile, though, they manage to get on top of Supreme on the other side of things. So both teams win for the enemy backline, but I think that Supreme is probably a little bit more important than Always Want to Fly in this. Charlie, he's going to have to carry through this by himself, but he's surrounded all 3 angles. Charge coming in from Era. He's like, please stop it. Stop hurting my Spectre. Leave her alone already. Charlie, he managed to get down to the river. General, hoping, okay, Nate. I thought maybe with the Moonlight Shadow he'd start leaping after her, but managed to get a little bit of time for Charlie to disengage. They're going to have to leave Saberlight behind, though. I think they thought they could turn around with a Vacuum Ice Path, but again, they have no damage if Charlie's not willing to fight, and nor should he be willing to fight.
Roshan anxiety, it's exactly what you said.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta
You have to go, because if you lose this Roche, the game is over. We've already lost to Rax. If we lose this Roche, we are up against giants. You know, like how do you fight a giant?
Well, you need giant slayers, and that's what Charlie, he's trying to do right now, and he's proven that he does have some damage to be able to take down V-Tune. They're going to be able to pull away that Aegis, and Always Want to Fly is forced to use the ultimate onto himself. Now looking at Roger, but the Stomp is going to be able to scare Charlie away. Back over to V-Tune. V-Tune jumping in, actually has to infest and pop back out, hoping to be able to get away. Pulled into the Ice Path, though. He gets off the rage, turns the damage onto Charlie, but Charlie is bigger, Charlie is better, and Charlie will chase him down to the ends of the world if need be. The Earth Splitter pulls him up, but the Ice Path keeps the Lifestealer engaged, and Charlie does manage to bring him down finally, but the Lifestealer is not the only threat here. General still pumps out a lot of damage. Yule Scepter stopped the surge, but has no follow-up. Him and Iceberg and Roger are gonna back away. Charlie, though, keeping it up, throwing all those daggers. Iceberg sees his opportunity, though. He jumps back in, kills the Spectre, almost gets the Jakiro as well. Ninjas of Pajamas, they've got the anxiety. They see the opportunity, maybe turn the game around, but it's all for naught. They stumble in their hubris, get themselves caught, and now Flight of Moon can continue their assault on the second lane.
Man, if this was just like a Lifestealer game, he's the only hero that's doing anything in this game, I think they just lose to the team fight of NIP at this point. But
look at that.
The fact that Iceberg is so huge as well, like dude, he did so much damage to that Spectre.
Yeah.
Like, I did not expect that. I was sitting there thinking, does he have a Silver Edge or something? But it's just the levels that he has.
Yeah, General too, right? He went for the Hand of Midas, second item, which is allowing him to be able to keep up with the big boys.
Yeah, he's pretty huge too.
And they're just assaulting the tier 4s, trying to force something out of Ninjas of Pajamas. All of a sudden, the throne completely exposed, and General's not stopping. They've got a buyback on this Spectre, but they're going to try and hold without it here. The Ice Path goes down, trying to control the Oracle, but Iceberg has already taken Misha out of this equation. BKB, TP out, Always Want to Fly. So, it's a 5-for-5 trade-off, and Roger, the extra cherry on top for Ninjas of Pajamas, But
it's looking tough. They're going to need to win like 2 or 3 team fights if they want to win this game, at the very least.
Aaron charging through will be revealed by the outpost. He does, I think he got a little bit of vision of general there.
Yeah, I think he went the night vision talent. He's got to have it.
Yeah, no doubt. Era, in his haste to try and force a team fight around, is going to find himself quickly eliminated. V-Tune takes him out. Can V-Tune get away, though? Always Want to Fly certainly can. He's going to be caught up in the tornado. No rage up for another 8 seconds. Still at the Minotaur horn. Infest inside Iceberg. Iceberg makes the quick blink away. And to safety they go. And of getting off Rage and Infest.
The Minotaur horn
definitely reset the fight.
It definitely helps as well. Oh,
Iceberg, he tried.
Oh,
and he's going to get it now.
Anyway.
Charlie willingly embraces that and is going to find himself dead with no buyback. So despite that failed initiation, Charlie gave him a second chance at it, and that second chance went incredibly well. And now with no Spectre, well, they were all in on that hero, so this fight is very, very much over. Unless Supreme, he can perform some sort of God mode plays here. Tries to pump out some damage on Iceberg. You can see it's pitiful. Meteor does hardly anything. Meanwhile, V-Tune casually 3-shots him. And that's it. GG is called. Fly to Moon. I'll take game number 1 of this series.
It's a little bit unfortunate to lose a game like that. You know, walking in like Charlie did. This is always fun. Uh-oh.
Gonna lose that courier.
That's a carry classic.
Is he going to lose his life for it, though? Saberlight, oh, turns around Fate Bolt, but the minus damage wasn't enough. Maybe if it was the old Fate Bolt, maybe he could have been okay. But, hey, at least he got some damage out. And you can see V-Tune is not super happy having to deal with a ton of Eidolons. Another kill on Amisha, set up all by Roger with his Battery Assault Cogs play.
Like Nature's Prophet, you pick it up, you get the ult, does 800 damage all of a sudden. Always want to fly? Always want to die. I'm sure nobody has said that before. Pudge has been treated.
Roger's going to be able to find Misha, and if he gets inside the cogs, Misha is certainly going to die here. The Sunstrike's going to go out, and Roger may actually be the turnaround kill. Do manage to get that kill on the 5, but Roger's taken so much from the Maledict, or the Sunstrike, that the Maledict is going to kill him. That's why he just did what damage he could. Always want to fly. Last couple shots in the Eidolons do manage to get that kill. V-Tune, who's trying to get aggressive on Saberlight, is now going to be forced back. This lane is god-awful for the Morphling.
Super good at killing a Morph. Misha with the rotation on Iceberg.
This is really big. They need this to work. Sunstrike!
Oh, just off the mark.
Just off, and as a result, Iceberg...
Uh-oh, that's not...
Telekinesis, okay. He was going to live, and now he's going to die.
Just kidding, he's still alive.
Oh my goodness. 20 health, that's what he lives on.
Man, that just goes to show how tanky that hero is.
Meanwhile, support's making fresh rotations all over the map. Roger sees that bottom lane is going terribly, so they kill Saberlight and claim his killing spree. Stuck around for 30 seconds, then Iceberg would have wrapped behind that tier 1 tower, gotten the Doom on him, and he would have certainly died. So Charlie instead goes to the bottom lane. They're going to trade out tier 1 towers, and they're even going to be able to catch Always Want to Fly. But we know the skill is there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, okay, Charlie.
Big kill if they can get it. It looks like Charlie is probably going to be stranded out here as Always Want to Fly does the Sunstrike. Is any TP's going to be coming in? They are going to be able to bail out their Lifestealer. So Iceberg at no levels of level death.
Saberlight, just quickly, it's not a... what concerns me is that I know that... Okay, never mind. Hold that thought.
I always love these ganking combos. When Visage uses his familiars with the 4 position like Earth Spirit or Clockwork, that has their own initiation tool, and you can just find free kills around the map. It does cost Roger his life, but it still forced a reaction out of Ninja the Pajamas.
Yeah, at least if you want to farm, if you're taking camps away from them, it's just so much pressure. It's so annoying. It's like, oh, we have to go deal with this guy. He's taking our camps. Look at
I feel like the only farm you're allowed is like when you're an Underlord protecting the safe lane tower. Initiation comes out. They're underneath the ward. They have a nice soul blind on it too as well. Tried to go for the double doom, but damn! That paralyzing cask mixed with the Malphus and the cold snap. It was actually way too much. Iceberg couldn't get off a single spell. Not that it mattered though, because the initiation was so pretty from Roger and the backup there of Always Want to Fly that they got both the core kills they were searching for.
Can Misha juke? That's the question.
So slow.
The
300 movement speed juke.
He has no boots. This wave is definitely doing him some favors, though.
Can he do it? He can't. Blink dagger up for the Enigma. So
this is big. Going back, it's... Oh, okay. Silence.
Silence does manage to land onto him with the Inkswell onto the Familiars. We forgot about that combo. Didn't talk about that. That looked very, very nice. My question is, was Rage on cooldown? So Ninja the Pajamas. They'll give up on that. Instead, they'll look for a pickoff somewhere in their jungle. Oh, Iceberg actually jumps in. Roger, what a beautiful hook. Cogs onto 2, and V-Tune's going to be able to get it right in there in his Lifestealer form. He immediately rips apart the Rubik. Supreme tries to go for the TP up. The Adaptive Strike will stop him in his tracks. No getting away from this team fight, sir.
Wants to go in, just take any fight. It's like, come on, fight us. Like, we're winning. Like, please fight me.
Yeah.
But then it's just too deep. This is good, though.
Hook shot with the Inkswell. Not enough to be able to get chainsaw on Saberlight, but V-Tune can still clean up the kill. Always want to fly in the back line. So Charlie, just like last time, he's trying to always go to the back line of Fly to Moon. They do manage to get the Stolen Doom onto the Morphling, but he morphed into Strength. Roger gets clipped by the Deafening Blast, and that'll take him out. But the buyback of Always Want to Fly still making Fly to Moon feel like they can actually take this engagement. Charlie pops out, takes out Always Want to Fly again. Inkswell does manage to hit the stun onto the Invoker, but he's invisible. They don't have any detection. V-Tune's going to have to back away. Iceberg, loud and strong right there on the front lines. Let's loose his roar. Brings down Charlie. Looks to be able to chase down Supreme as well. One more level death, and he's almost got to be burnt out. Iceberg gets his vengeance. Failed initiation after initiation. He may not be able to make it out alive, though. That ice armor, yeah, Saberlight's going to make sure he definitely goes down. Drops off the boys, drops off the Necrobooks, and finishes him off. Whoa, back over to the river, though. Misha, where were you?
Where did he come from?
I don't know. 5 position.
A lot more than 3,000.
Yeah.
He
still has to worry about the physical damage coming out from the Visage. Right clicks of the Morphling are still there. Roger, oh, he's got his drums here. Sunstrike pulled back in from the Telekinesis. A nice combo. Well executed by Ninja's Pajamas, but they're going to need a lot more than that if they want to be able to pull this game back into their favor.
Always want to fly.
It just doesn't stop, man. I feel like these 5 positions, they almost look lost. And somehow Always Want to Fly is going to get away from this. The Soulbind actually latching onto the 2 of them. Double Soul Assumption as well. General sticking onto that Witch Doctor with his Familiars. Another round of Soul Assumption. That'll finish him off with the Inkswell. Beautiful stun onto the 2. That's going to be Saberlight and Era both down. Charlie and Supreme. 2-man team, of course, left alive in this, trying to battle it out with the Orchid. It leaves Charlie with nothing to work with. Misha comes back and dies again. It's a revolving door for these 5 positions, it seems. In
this game, maybe not in every game, but it's really cool in this game because first you have the Silence to counter the Lifestealer, right? And then you have the True Strike to counter the Lifestealer, who always builds into evasion and has an evasion talent.
Oh, what a black hole! That's a 3-man black hole with Supreme. Do they have enough damage? Deafening Blast over the top. That's 3 wiped out. They forgot about the Enigma.
Okay with that concept. But man, what a hole. He's got the BKB now too.
Look at these deep rotations. One behind the tier 1 tower from Saberlight. Meanwhile, Supreme's going behind the tier 2 tower because he knows the cores are dead. Supports, they're free money, man. They're going to be able to catch both of them, it looks like, as Roger's certainly not going to be escaping as the Malefice placed onto him. Supreme gets the double. Supreme ran into the 2 backline heroes. He spotted them. They also saw him, though. As Sentry laid out, Supreme's going to be able to get away thanks to his Lincolns. Now Charlie, being slowed down by this Scotty, pops the Rage. He needs somebody to help him out. Where's the Infest, guys? Somebody save Charlie! He's being left behind! Everybody was just like, that's not my job.
Big difference between Fly to Moon last game and NIP this game, flying with the Lifestealer, is I think if that's Fly to Moon, they have him infested in somebody.
Well, maybe it wouldn't have made a difference because it looks like almost everybody got caught on their way out.
If that's possible.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a golf cast, you know, right before they're about to pick the puck, and then all of a sudden they jump in. There's the hook shot on support. Hook. They're dead. They're out.
Big damage coming in from Roger. That's not what happened. I was really just trying to get excited with you, though, and couldn't think of something else to say. Supreme, I don't know if you want to be down there. Iceberg, I don't know if you want to be down there. You're black hold. Oh, Iceberg.
Oh, dear.
Goodness gracious. You're
Iceberg, iceberg, iceberg.
all right.
Okay.
So
Well,
we're
I
back
mean, no
for
black
protection.
hole. Let's roll.
right.
V-Tune is going to lead the charge here.
That call that they just did is actually really cool.
Yeah.
If the lane is pushed out and they just go through backdoor and say, okay, well, we have other lanes pushed in. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, what is Ninja Pajamas going to do to stop V-Tune here, man? He's going to H12 forward, just go straight for Misha. Misha was underneath the tier 4s and he couldn't get away. Quickly pops man to get rid of the open wounds and turn back around. Missed hook shot there from Roger. One of the few, but Iceberg immediately throws the Doom onto the Invoker. It doesn't matter if he gets back to the fountain because this is just enough space for them to get Megas. Who cares if you survive if now you're up against Megas at 34 minutes?
Yeah, we don't even need to see what's happening with Iceberg. It just doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Apparently somebody else is dead. How did that happen?
I don't know. Saberlight was outside of the base.
Oh.
And GG.
Okay. Well.
Ends not with a bang, but with a whimper. As Ninjas the Pajamas are left cowering in the corner of their fountain. And Flying to Moon dominant in their victory, a 2-0. Very well deserved.